we crashed. And with that crash, our whole world, it came down crashing into pieces. Welcome to the Crash Victim Life Survivor podcast. My name is Athanasia and I will be your host on this journey of exploring the real impact of a road crash. Me and my guests, we will be sharing our own experience about road accidents. And through these personal stories that you will listen, we are hoping to raise road safety awareness, but also ignite that spark that will give you the drive to be safe and enjoy life. So stay around and enjoy with us this safe ride. Hi everyone and welcome to the first episode of the Crash Victim Life Survivor podcast. As you can see, I am very excited to begin this journey today. But before I start, I want to share how this idea came to be and why I chose this topic for my podcast. Now, for the last 5 years, I have been sharing my story of surviving a horrific car accident. And the idea of starting a podcast was when I was discussing with a friend and she said, "You should start a podcast about this." And I didn't really think about it much then, and now I love the idea. And here I am today with my first episode, hoping that I can give voice through this podcast to more people that want to share their powerful stories about the importance of road safety. What I learned through my experience is that it only takes one split second for reality to change, and this has been my motto ever since I got severely injured with burns and ever since I watched my life change in only one split second. But the results from that crash are even more tragic than my injuries. On that day, I lost 2 dear friends, a lovely couple, 2 amazing people, parents of 2 young boys, and those 2 young boys had to live their life without them. Our safety should always be our priority, and I learned this the hard way. I don't want anyone else to lose their loved ones. I don't want anyone else to go through what their families and my family went through. So this is the reason behind this podcast, and I hope that after listening to all the real stories, maybe you will feel inspired, maybe even you will feel motivated to be more aware of the dangers and more aware of the impact a car crash can have on our lives and on the lives of those we love. And if you have also experienced the impact of a crash and you would like to share your lessons learned, please send me an email and you can be a guest too. Help me give voice to your story and raise road safety awareness. Before we drive right in, I think that I should introduce myself better so you know a few things about my background before I had my car accident. I was in my early 20s and, like every young person, the sky was my limit and the world was just there waiting for me to explore it until that feeling was shattered into pieces. I was born in the UK, but I was raised in Greece. I'm the young one in our family. I have an older brother by 2 years and the best, really, I'm not even exaggerating, the best parents a person can ask for. It's true. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Have spent their whole life providing for me and my brother, teaching us to appreciate life and teaching us to appreciate everything that comes from hard work. And this has always been their main focus, to provide us with the tools and the knowledge that we needed to have an easy life. Easy life. What does that even mean, right? Well, I guess by easy, I mean a stable life, a secure, a fulfilled life. Isn't that what all parents want for their children? And I know I don't have children of my own, but if I did, that's what I would like to provide them with. In my case, they made sure that I had my professional life secure. So when I graduated high school, I didn't go to university. I wanted to study English, and that's what I did. And at the same time, I was working full time in our family business. And I enjoyed working in that business. It was in the baking industry. Everything was sweet and nice. It was fun. When I was 19 years old, they set me up with my own shop. And about 1 year later, I got married. So there I was, 20 years old, having both my professional life and my personal life figured out. Everything was perfect. About 3 years later, so I was 23, the business was going really well. We were healthy, we were young, we were happy. Our future appeared to be promising. Not many people my age were as fortunate as I was. We were just living the dream until we crashed. And with that crash, that dream and our whole world, it came down crashing into pieces. Now we were fighting for survival. And it only took one split second for our reality to change, and we didn't like what we saw. This is your host, Athanasia Houvarda, and my message to you is to live the moment, treasure every moment, but don't forget to also foresee the future. So stay around for my next episode, where I'll be sharing with my first guest, a very, very special guest, how one moment can totally transform and impact your life. And if you like the idea behind this podcast, please give it a rate and a review. And don't forget, if you have experienced a life transformational crash, I want to hear about it. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on all social media platforms, and send me an email. All the details are in the description. And join me on this ride of sharing and raising road safety awareness. Until then, drive safe and be safe. The sky was my limit, and the world was just there waiting for me to explore.